Alright guys, so today we're going to be making a turkey, and this is a hard lesson. So I want you guys to pay attention, and this is going to take a little bit longer than normal. Little kids, you're going to really need your parents or somebody staying with you at home to work on this with you. So here we go. What I want you to do first is make sure you have a new picture when you open up Sketchbook. So that's clicking on this button up here at the top. Click New Sketch. Click Create. You can save the current sketch. Then you have your new sketch. And what you can do next is use two fingers and squeeze it down so you can see the whole thing. Alright, I'm going to turn mine sideways so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to make first is we're going to make sure that we have a new layer over here. And remember the layers right here, we click plus to get a new layer. So there I've got a new layer. And I don't want to touch anything else over there, I just have the one new layer. Then I'm going to click on my pencil tool over here. And my pencil tool, I need to make sure that I raise both bars, the size all the way up, and the opacity all the way up. Then we're going to pick an orange brown. So to do that, click on our color, move our hue circle to orange, and move our value down, but not all the way down. It's not on black. Okay, what I'll do with this is an easy fun part. Just kind of scribble in the body of the turkey. It's going to be kind of like a circle, a little ovally. And just scribble it in. You guys know we have Thanksgiving coming up, so turkeys and Thanksgiving, good time to remember what you're thankful for. Alright. So you guys can pause right now and catch up by drawing in your body. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, this is a cool little special thing. So let's say you made it too big. Let's say it was like really big on accident. Okay, maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. We want to be able to fit the whole turkey in here, fit feathers, head, and feet, and everything. So what we'll do, you need to learn this, is there's a button up here that has 4 arrows on it. 4 little black arrows. I'm going to click on it, and I get this screen. And what I can do now is, now I am just changing the size of this one layer. Not the whole picture. It doesn't move the white page anywhere. It just moves this layer. So I can use 2 fingers and shrink it down the right size for the turkey. Voila. I can even turn it if I need to, but I kind of like it right there. So I'll click Done, the blue Done button. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to change this to a lighter brown. So instead of changing my hue, all I'm going to do is I'm going to move my value up slightly, just like this, slightly up. You can see I got it slightly lighter brown. Click OK, and then I'm going to draw kind of some feather texture on here. You guys can get more detailed with it if you want to, but I'm going to keep it simple for now. Alright, so I've got my feathers on my turkey. Now I'm going to move on. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. See, I've got that, all that showed up on this layer. I want a new layer above it, so I click on the plus button and I get a new layer. Now with my new layer, we're going to draw a feather. And remember, layers are like separate pages. So even though it's see-through, it's on a completely different page. So I'm going to draw a straight line down. And I'm going to turn this back to dark brown for a second. A little bit darker. Starting on the line, I'm going to draw out from there. Going upwards, so diagonally and up. Not all the way to the top. I'm going to use some different colors up there. Now I'm going to change my color to a more orange brown and add in some more color right here at the top. And then I'm going to change it again. This time I'm going to change the hue, kind of a red, like that. And you can pick your own color for this, but I'm going with red. I think it'll look nice. The most important thing for you to learn today is how to make layers and adjust them. So here's the next step. So I like my feather. It's on a separate layer. What I do now is I'm going to click on the 4 arrows again, the transform button. Okay, you see what that is? 4 black arrows. So I know it's out of focus, but it's these 4 black arrows. And I get this. And what I can do now is with 1 finger I can move it, and with 2 fingers I can turn it. And 2 fingers I can also shrink it. So I'm going to shrink it down, put it right there in the rump of the turkey. I'm going to put 3 of these in here. So that's the first one. But what I really want to see is what happens next. This is really cool. You'll like this. So I turned it and put it right there. And I click done. And then, remember we've done this before. We click on the layer to get our options. See how I did that? Just click once gently on the layer. And I have lots of options up here. We've used opacity before. We're not going to do that now. We're going to do duplicate. Duplicate's up here at the top right corner. D-U-P-L-I-C-A-T-E. You click that. And now I have 2 layers that have a feather. But I only see it once over here. That's because these 2 layers are exactly on top of each other. So I have to transform again. So I click on the 4 black arrows button, the transform button up here. Remember that one? And with 1 finger I can move it, 2 fingers I can turn it. There we go. Okay, so I've got two feathers there now. Now I'm only going to have time to do 3, but if you guys want to do a ton of feathers back there, you can keep duplicating and making more. Make it a real majestic turkey. Alright, so next step, let's repeat that. Gently touch the layer, the top one, and you're going to touch duplicate. And now we have 3 feather layers, but only see 2. That's because 2 of them are on top of each other. So we have to go back to transform. So click on transform, the 4 arrows, and first we can move it, and then we can use 2 fingers to turn it. Voila. There. Now if you want to add more, like I said, go ahead and click done. Now we're going to make a new layer. Remember, the new layer is the plus button over here. Pause and wait and catch up if you need to. Alright, so now we're going to draw the neck and the head. So I'm going to click over here on the color, change that back up to my orange hue, move this back down to a brown, click OK. Now I'm going to draw in a neck, a little turkey neck, and a turkey head. Alright, so I've got my turkey neck and my turkey head. Now I need to draw an eye, a pupil, a beak, a gobbler, and some feet. So here we go. Next, what I'll do is I'll click right here on my color, and this time I'm going to move my value all the way up to the very tippy top. That turns it to white. And I'm going to come right here. Oops. I held it down too long. Sometimes I hold it down too long and it picks up the color on accident. So there we go. I draw in a little eye. You can even zoom in to see what I'm doing better. 2 fingers, stretch it out. So there I got my eye. I need a pupil, so I've got to come back here and click on my color. Change it down to black. Boop, and click that. color in a nice cute little pupil. And then I'm going to do orange for the beak, so I move my value over, drawing a nice little beak. It'll be like a little triangle. And then I've got to do my gobbler. The gobbler thing looks red, so I'm going to come down here to red and do a little gobbler, turkey gobbler. And 2 fingers, I'm going to zoom back out so I can change this and draw the feet. So I'll click on my color again, and I don't change my hue, I just change my value in the middle down to black. Or actually you could use orangish yellow. Let's do that instead. Draw a couple feet down there. You can make them fancy feet if you want to. And that's it for that one. What you're going to do now is we need to save this. So we're going to, also go ahead and sign these so that whenever I want to print these out, so put your name on it. Oops, that's a little too big. What I can do for the signature, I can always zoom in, make my pencil size smaller by dragging that down, make it smaller. This is the top one, and I can write my name in there. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to save it. Saving's easy. Click on the far left button over here, the menu button. It's got 3 lines and 3 dots. And then you're going to click Share. It's the one with the arrow and the mountains coming up out of it. Share. And then Save Image is the one that looks like an arrow pointing down into a box. So now it's saved onto my computer, or my iPad. I'm going to click out of here and click on Google Classroom, and I've got to find the assignment. So this assignment should be, let's say it goes kindergarten to 3rd grade, so it would be over here. Now mine shows the teacher version, so you can't see it all the way. It looks like this. Go here. I already have some kids turning this in. They haven't seen how it works. I'm going to have to edit that out. Okay, so it's called Thanksgiving Turkeys. What you're going to do is, I'll have to show you on one of my other assignments that I have as an adult. To turn it in, you would click on Add Attachment, then Pick Photo, and then find it in your pictures. So I'll go to one of my assignments that I have for teachers where I can show you how that works. Let's see. Here's an assignment. So I click on Your Work and then click out of that. Then what I do, so what you do is you click on Add Attachment, Pick Photo, and then you find your picture and you add it. And it shows up there. Now this is pulling up for a different assignment for me for an adult, so don't pay attention to it. Once it pops up, you click Turn In, and then Turn In again. And that's it. Looking forward to seeing your turkeys.